You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all your wrestling info, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or find us on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Jordan Landry, and Tyler Hebert.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
And I'm Tyler Hebert.
And it's going to be a two-man show once again.
Yes.
Podcast crew going two-thirds this week. Only giving 66.6% this week.
Tag team back again.
Oh, my God. Really? Jordan's going to be back next week, and he would like to address the crew, and the listeners for next week. So,
and Daryl.
So something going on, and we'll have to stick around for next week, but hopefully everything will be good. We hope you, we thank you for tuning in. Go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Also, find us on WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, WNS Podcast. You can also find us on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source. And you can also find us on YouTube by searching WNS Video. And we have two other ones that you can find us on, and I refuse to do it. So, Tyler, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
If you want to, come chill with us, on Twitter, it's at WNS Podcast.
That's the plan.
And for the main site, Wrestling News Source. Ben's going to kill me. I love you, Ben. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, no. Wrestling News HQ.
There you go. That's what it is. We thank you for joining us. Episode 21 officially getting underway. We were thinking about starting the show much how Raw started their show this past week. Went like this. And that's how our show would have started. However, we decided not to go that route.
30 minutes will be like that?
Yeah, 30 minutes, and then we'll have a nice little 7-second delay for those in the U.S. For those in the UK, they just didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
But we got to hear, live audio, all kinds of different screwing up, and just, man, those storms were just a killer out there, I guess. And hopefully,
it was like a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, it was kind of funny watching them trying to sync it back up, as close as they could, because if originally you started it and it was there was a 7-second delay. I mean, we were getting live audio, but we were getting the delayed video. But the Raw kicked off with R-Truth invading the merchandise stand, again, saying it's part of the conspiracy once again. That John Cena's on all the covers.
John Cena's on everything.
Yeah, he's on the cups, he's on the magazines, he's on the T-shirts. Even Zack Ryder has a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So,
refrigerator magnets.
Yeah, I mean, what's up with that? He says you can't see me, but you certainly can see all of his merchandise.
Yeah.
You can see him all over magazines. But that's how Raw kicked off, so we'll cover that in just a little bit. We'll get to that. One of the hot topics that's going on early this week, SmackDown versus Raw, done, apparently.
No more.
THQ saying that they're going to stop.
That's the major announcement.
Yeah, they are done with SmackDown versus Raw. However, they are not done making video games with them.
That's good, though, because THQ does a great job, and they just want to get rid of the name because they don't have that brand rivalry anymore.
Yeah,
so.
the SmackDown versus Raw thing just isn't there anymore, except when they bring it up like in bragging rights. That's about it.
I believe the name started in 2005.
Somewhere around there, yeah. I think so. But they're going to be calling the next video game that comes out. It's basically SmackDown versus Raw, just with a different name. It's just going to be WWE 12.
Perfect.
For the year, and not because it's like the 12th video game or something like that. But they're going to be calling it WWE 12. They had a nice little video, which it really wasn't like a trailer for the game. It was just a Randy Orton highlight reel, basically. And Alberto Del Rio already confirmed to be in the game. There are screenshots for it.
Yes, go to IGN.com.
Yeah, there you go.
They have Miz, Alberto Del Rio. They have John Cena. There's someone I'm missing.
We don't have the American Dragon.
Ah, yes.
So hopefully we'll get some screenshots of Daniel Bryan on there. Such a nice guy.
He's such a nice guy.
So hopefully we'll see him on there. Hit us up on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think of the change, and if you like it or if you don't like it. We're gonna hit you with a couple small notes going on. First, we have Drew McIntyre at a recent house show, or it was either a house show or one of the dark matches.
Yeah.
He came out against Chris Masters. Said he has chosen a new nickname. He is no longer the Chosen One. He is now the American Nightmare.
Yes. Or he should go by a Scottish J from Jay and Silent Bob. So,
wow.
Yeah. What?
He wouldn't sell merchandise, but would he sell something else? Just saying.
$10, little man. Put that.
And with this nickname change, do you think he'll have a feud with Dusty Rhodes? He's the American Dream.
Never know.
Just a thought.
American Nightmare, American Dream.
Yeah, you never know. Another side note: Armando Alejandro Estrada has returned to Superstars, and he's going to be managing Tyson Kidd. So,
I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be good news to see him back.
Is he going to wear the suit?
Oh yeah,
with the hat.
He did not wear the hat on Superstars this past week. At least I don't think so.
He should bring out some lemonade.
Why?
Because he had a restaurant called Baby's, I think, Lemonade and Steakhouse, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, just a well of knowledge there from Tyler. Thank you.
It goes deep.
But another note we have for you, Tough Enough finale going to be taking place next week. We were mistaken in the last episode, or at least I was, and no one failed to correct me on it.
Hey, I was with you.
Just shows how many people are actually watching this show. But the Tough Enough finale is going to be next week. Luke versus Andy.
Luke versus Silent Rage. Yeah.
Silent Rage versus the bad guy. And who do you think is going to end up winning this thing? I mean, obviously they're probably both going to end up in WWE regardless.
I'm gonna go with Luke.
Luke, interesting.
Because they're really showing that. I mean, they both have talent. You can see it. They're really learning. Andy, Silent Rage, looks like he can't take it mentally.
He comes and he goes.
Yeah, he's tough.
That being Andy.
And,
but
they show it like he misses his kids, and they show, Jeremiah don't give a crap. I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take a toll on anyone.
Yeah, Jeremiah eliminated this past week. I might have to go with Luke as well.
Yeah.
I was really hoping Martin was going to win because he's seen the best overall. But Luke's probably going to end up taking it unless something happens, whatever. So give us your thoughts on Tough Enough. We'll hope to keep you updated on that one as well. And who knows? Maybe next week we can try and get someone on to elaborate with their thoughts on Tough Enough.
Yeah.
If I'm not lazy and decide to make a couple phone calls or something like that. Well, not necessarily, just sort of a hint.
Hint?
Yeah, hint. Anyways, moving on into TNA, we didn't happen to really catch it because we were out celebrating my birthday.
Yay!
I'm
And
getting old, and Daryl. Having to celebrate the birthday, the day of my birth. I appreciate. Huh? It was good.
I was there.
Yeah.
Not day of your birth. I meant that day.
No, yeah.
That'd be weird.
The day of the celebration.
Because I wasn't even born.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
So that would have been kind of difficult.
That'd be weird.
Quantum leap.
But I'll still make it.
Quantum leap, man. That's all you have to do. But doing a little karaoke here and there. I certainly appreciate all the birthday wishes from everyone. Makes that day just a little bit better.
Thanks, Richard.
And yeah, there you go. Get your little shout out,
Richard Morales again.
And hopefully we'll still be on the air for Tyler's birthday later on in the year.
July 1st.
There you go. So
bring cake. I mean, not cake. I don't like cake. Cookie cake.
Cookie cake.
You know what I mean?
So we didn't happen to catch TNA. However, there was just a little interesting note. New TNA, or should I say Impact Wrestling. Have they fully switched to saying Impact Wrestling instead of TNA?
There was something, it was reported that if you type in TNAWrestling.com, it'll redirect you to, I guess, ImpactWrestling.com
or something like that. Okay, well, regardless, new TV champion, Eric Young.
Yes.
So definitely congratulations to him on that one. An interesting side note that happened this past week, or this week, actually, I should say. A reporter for another wrestling website went to the taping of TNA for this week.
Got the boot.
For this week's show. Yeah. Got kicked out for using his cell phone to send
report.
Yeah, results and all that to the website that he works for. And, because Universal laid down a law saying that you cannot use a cell phone when you're in the impact zone because they want to reduce the amount of spoilers that get out. When, I understand why they want to do that. It makes sense.
Yeah.
However, all they have to do is just, keep it in their minds until they get out of the impact zone. Yeah. And then it's, they're just delaying it by 2 hours.
They did the same thing because I've been to the impact zone twice. And they did the same thing, record and all that stuff like that. Hey,
Well, that's
out there
what
recording all
that's
that
just about with any show, but
You
if
can't.
you make it look like you're taking a picture or something like that,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
really
easy.
much.
I'm taking a picture.
Yeah. Oh, put my camera down
Say
for
like
like 2
that.
seconds. Not that we're giving hints or anything on
Yeah.
how to get around it.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
we're not doing that.
We're not telling anything everyone already knows, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So just a little bit of interesting news. Wow, where'd that come from? So getting the boot, just weird. Just wait the 2 hours and and then text away or something like that. Another bit of TNA, or not necessarily TNA or Impact Wrestling news. Hulk Hogan coming out with a new video game pretty soon.
Yes, Xbox Connect.
Yes, for those with the Xbox 360 Connect, you will be able to, I guess, train like Hulk Hogan or something like that. Something like
I
that.
don't know. If you want to,
We'll get more details and
what was
pass
the
it
thing
along
like?
for
Do
you.
it like Mike or whatever. Be like Mike. Be like Hulk.
Yeah,
Be like Hulk.
there you go.
You want to be like
Roid
buff
up.
and like you want to have like a hip replacement.
Yeah, if you want
Play
to
this
roid
game.
up and
Yeah, like my knees hurt.
I
'Cause
wonder
you play
if
that
during
game
the-
too much.
I wonder if during the show you get a reality show. Just an interesting thought, But definitely be on the lookout for that. We'll post a few more details as they come along. Moving on into SmackDown this past week. I didn't catch this SmackDown until about 2 or 3 days ago. Sheamus becoming the new #1 contender, defeating Christian and Mark Henry.
Yeah.
And he will be facing Orton on SmackDown this week for the title, which,
It's weird.
yeah, it's very weird. They're, I guess they're just going to either toss
let
him
that-
aside
I think they're
or
gonna bring back the Christian thing. I guess I don't know.
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Because
Like,
it would suck just to drop. I don't think they're going to drop this Christian thing. Because
Yeah.
what was it? They kept on showing that video package of all
Yeah.
stuff that happened. Then
Yeah.
they're like, Sheamus won it. But like the most of the package was about Christian winning, losing, and then losing
the triple
the
threat
contender.
match.
Yeah. So
So, I mean, do you think they're going to have maybe Christian come out and interfere with the match? Or do you think he might wait until after the match? Or do you think it might be like a possible heel turn for him to come
They
out and
taunted
attack Orton? Or,
yeah.
I mean, what do you
I want him to come in there and turn heel on people.
turn heel? Go heel!
All over people's faces.
Oh, my. So, oh, my goodness.
You okay?
This is going to be a very interesting episode already, I can tell. Cody Rhodes going up against Daniel Bryan in a pretty solid match. Bryan picked up the win on that one, but after the match, Cody Rhodes attacked Daniel Bryan and put the bag on his head shortly thereafter.
Baghead.
So looks like we might have a possible
Feud.
Cody Rhodes, Daniel Bryan feud, which will be good for both of them. I mean, there's not really much for them to do right now, but maybe
That's a good feud.
maybe have the two of them fight in a series or something like that, and then face the winner of that faces Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental.
That's a great idea.
That'd be interesting because Wade Barrett hasn't really been doing much now that he's been tied up with Ezekiel.
Nope.
So speaking of Ezekiel, he faced Heath Slater this week and defeating Heath Slater, I believe, and then Core coming out to attack the other two members, and Ezekiel actually holding his own on that one. So getting the one-upsman on that.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy, so
I don't want to mess with him.
he's what you call domination.
Looks like he's like wings are about to pop out of his back.
Just about. No, it's a shoulder blade.
Shoulder
blades
blades.
or neck, whatever it is, neck implants or something
He's
that he has.
Angel from X-Men.
Yeah, not so much. You'd have to have some. You'd have to have some pretty big wings in order to pick that up. So, but okay. Another match that happened was they continued the Sin Cara and Chavo Guerrero feud a little bit. I don't know if it's a feud. It's sort of just like they just have matches and that's about it. Because
It seems like Sin Cara is getting mad at Chavo.
yeah. And Sin Cara picked up the victory on that one. Kane defeating Great Khali, and Khali actually turning on Rajan Singh to join Jinder Mahal. Mahal.
That's about okay.
There
got
we go.
Good,
I
good,
caught
good,
it.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I was
appreciate
choking on
it.
my Pringles the other day. I almost died.
We here at the WNS Podcast do not want you to die. However, we do find it funny if you choke on a Pringle
Yeah.
while
Or eat off
listening
the
to our
floor.
show. Yeah, there you go. So the Great Khali has completed his heel turn, and the end of the world. And so what do you think about this? Do you think it's a good move?
It's about time for Raj and Singh to go, but
yeah,
be like
my problem with the Great Khali is he is way too slow.
Yeah.
Now Kane's a big guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but he can at least move.
Yeah, he can get on the top.
Khali, I mean, he's just like, he looks like he's just barely able to walk. I mean, like, that's all he can do is walk.
Yeah.
He can barely run. He hates, falling on the floor.
Well, at least they're giving
and
him
stuff.
something to do that's better than Raj and Singh
Yeah.
come out and hey, guess what? I'm the Pujami Playboy and I'm gonna shoot shirts out and kiss random people.
Yeah.
But now he has what is it? Tag team Hill manager.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna dominate.
Jinder Mahal. So, I mean, not him. I think they should have gone with someone else. Maybe Kane. I don't know. But like the thing about Kane is that he flip flopped really quickly.
Yeah.
Between heel and face. Like at the beginning of this year, whenever he had his feud with Edge, he was a heel.
Yeah.
And like, not
I'm
even
a monster. Now I'm an all right guy.
Yeah, not even 6 months later, he's face again. So it's like it really
he's
depends on.
wishy-washy. I tell you, I feel like being good.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's the kind of guy who can just walk in there, and it depends on who he attacks.
Yeah.
I guess. So another interesting matchup. We saw AJ and Caitlyn. Little couple Divas matches. Well, not a couple, but it was just one. Versus Alicia Fox and Tamina. So it was definitely good to see AJ from NXT and FCW.
She likes video games.
Yeah, she likes video games. She came down and had a match with Caitlyn, and Natalya is apparently taking them under her wing. And
they are, I was about to say, they're like Caitlyn and stuff. They're not doing shit with her.
yeah. So, it's at least nice to see new divas.
Yeah.
But let's
bringing people up from FCW.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
Please.
Let's see if we can get something going on because big announcement involving the Diva storyline that we'll get to in just a little bit. So I mean, we'll just have to see where they go from there. Alicia Fox and Tamina getting in the win. As we said earlier, moving on into Raw, starting off with a little bit of silence.
Yes, and then guess what? R-Truth
Yes.
finds.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Little Jimmy.
And
then Big Jimmy.
Wow, what a terrific audience. I mean, honest opinion, plant or real?
Oh, with Jimmy, yeah, it was Plant.
Yeah, it has to be. My guess is probably it was like his cousin or something like that.
A family
cousin
member?
and nephew. It had to have
Yeah.
been family or friend.
Yeah.
Because if someone threw water in my face, I don't care who they are. You're probably going to run after
random
them.
people, if they give a mic, they don't put mics to people
Yes.
much. And then he was like, yeah, what's up? You know how many people are going to do curse words and stuff when
Right.
they get the mic?
Dude,
Like,
this is
yeah,
my
F
chance.
you, buddy.
Yeah. So,
What's up?
I don't know. And the fact that they were all wearing Cena T-shirts
Probably
and
his
stuff like
cousin
that, it
Marcus.
had to have been a plant. Not to mention after Raw, Cena was all buddy-buddy with them.
Yeah.
And we know he's
You
not
okay?
that
You
way with
okay?
us. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. The
yeah.
soda burned my eyes.
oh yeah, oh dude, sorry man. He
He beat my little
didn't-
kid up
Yeah, it's just
and called him Jimmy when his name's Jimmy.
it was just very interesting to see how they played that story out. A very good match that occurred later on in Raw. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
And Dolph Ziggler doing the scouting and picking up the win because of it. He scouted some of the moves that Kofi was going to do, and Kofi was going for the SOS. Ziggler grabbed onto the rope and prevented the move from being done. And
Now you can prevent the sauce from hitting you.
what?
You get hit with the sauce, SOS. He prevented it.
Oh my god!
I don't know. I'm just
I would have said
rambling.
SOS.
sauce.
SOS. SOS.
Sauce.
Sauce.
He's hit the sauce.
It's hitting grandma sauce. Ooh. Oh. When R-Truth was coming down, very interesting. I saw a kid wearing a I'm Awesome, Miz t-shirt, but he was doing the You Can't See Me to R-Truth.
Ooh.
That's sort of a contradiction right there. That kid needs to get his facts in line. Just throwing that out there. CM Punk also I guess it was sort of a WrestleMania rematch from WrestleMania, what was it, 26? Yes. 25, 26, one of them.
Around
Anyways, CM Punk defeating Rey Mysterio in a pretty good match. Rey Mysterio looking pretty agile in that match. Interesting thing that I found during Raw was it was about 10 minutes before the end of the show, and they had Jack Swagger versus Evan Bourne.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that it was going to be R-Truth and Cena, and they were just going to use that the rest of the time to close out the show. But they ended up going a little bit over, but as they tend to do. But Jack Swagger facing Evan Bourne getting the win.
Yes.
So the series now is tied at 1. So I think we're going to have a rubber match next week. I'm really excited to see these two on TV. I'm really excited to see Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler. I'm hoping we see more of Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
The American Nightmare. That's right. And, it's good to see some of this new, the younger guys start to be on the show a little bit. And so hopefully we'll see much more of this. And it looks like they might actually start to get something a little bit rolling. to
Yeah, push Evan Bourne.
push Evan Bourne, push all of these guys.
Job.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone too, but
just let them go and let them have some pretty solid matches. You don't have to cut the best promos to have a great match.
Whoa, no, Daniel. This is sports entertainment. This is not wrestling.
I can be entertained
This
with
is not
athleticism.
wrestling.
I can be entertained with
We
athleticism.
do not wrestle.
It's
in
stupid.
sports entertainment.
It's stupid.
We do not wrestle. We put on shows.
Speaking of another young guy who's starting to get a push, Alex Riley getting full face pop whenever he came out to his new theme music.
Yes.
So WWE decided not to use our theme music for him. Kind of
We
disappointed
try to
on
push
that
that
one.
on them.
Yeah,
and
we
they're
tried.
like, I guess they don't cave into peer pressure.
I made some phone calls, but people, they never return your calls. That's one thing that irritates me. People
Dude, they
never
know who
return your
you
calls.
are?
They know who I am.
Gosh.
I think that's why. They're avoiding me. I'm still waiting for that check. Oh, I didn't check my mailbox today, so maybe it's there now. We'll have to see. But Alex Riley getting into the ring, being called out by Michael Cole. Cole telling him he needed to get on his knees and beg for forgiveness from The Miz. Alex Riley saying no, blah, 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 blah. And then Cole doing something not normally seen on PG, calling Alex Riley a bastard. Bah. And that was kind of interesting to see. That was a little shocking.
Yep.
The fact that he smiled whenever he did it, too. Like that kind of sort of give hint that he might still have a little bit of that heel turn in him or whatever like that, because he started with the, can I have your attention, please? And everyone was booing him and all that. And it was just good times.
But talk about Michael Cole just for a little bit. The beginning of Raw, you could tell that they completely dropped that feud.
Oh, yeah.
They were together.
Yeah, Josh Matthews not anywhere to be seen.
No
I think
box.
No coal mine. Well, that collapsed at the
yeah.
Over the Limit pay-per-view. So the
They
coal
can
mine,
still put together.
There still could be survivors that they need to be looking for in the coal mine. So they need to get that little thing they had in South America and go and save some people. But yeah, Alex Riley getting the full face turn. And the interesting thing about this is it makes me wonder, and I posted it on the Facebook page Monday night. I said, it's very interesting that Alex Riley's getting the response that he is, because that means that The Miz has really gotten over as a heel.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's getting cheered that much for attacking The Miz, then Miz has definitely gotten over as a heel. So for the people who are like, oh, he's no good, blah, 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 well, there's your proof right there.
Yeah.
Because
Proof's in the pudding.
Because someone like Alex Riley attacks The Miz, and he is full-blown face, getting A-Rai chants, getting Riley chants. The fans are completely behind him on this. And it looks like we're going to have a feud between these two for the next couple weeks, maybe even at Capital Punishment coming up. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what did you think about that little segment?
I thought it was great. I really did.
It takes a real man to wear a shirt that pink.
But whenever A-Rai first attacked The Miz, I really thought he would attack him for a little bit. The Miz would turn around on him.
Yeah.
I really thought that. But you can see that they're really pushing him.
Yeah.
And that's good. That is.
It's interesting because he came into the WWE under the title the Varsity Villain.
Yeah.
And now they're cheering him. So it's kind of, it proves that he can go as a face. He's got the baby face look, obviously. But, it's good for him.
The varsity cheerleader.
And, the anonymous GM for Raw apparently signed him back over to Raw.
Yeah.
After making like one appearance on SmackDown, and that's just stupid.
Wishy-washy.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point? Now it's like, what's even the point of having the draft? Because John Cena took up 2 of them, and Alex Riley took up 1, and now Alex Riley's back on Raw. So I mean, it's like, what's the point of even having the draft anymore?
No
because
more.
It's just, I don't know. It's just stupid. The whole thing is stupid. They've lost control of this.
Yeah.
It's spiraling downhill slowly but surely. Going on to the biggest topic of the night for Raw. Khamra coming out and confirming what everyone... Yeah, first off, she's talking on the microphone, which, Tyler, you said that her whole time in TNA, for you watching at least, the times that you watched, she never spoke.
No.
So that's definitely a very big deal. And, you know, as soon as we got home, once again, as soon as we get home, huge news break, so we can't go back and break or whatever. Anyways, but... finding out that Khamra is indeed pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to be out for the rest of the year.
And I hope that she does come back, because you've seen stuff like this. Not like, you know, someone being pregnant, but like they're out for a while.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? We'll let you go, though.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, like, I know it's not the same thing, but Skip Sheffield has been out for a long time. They still have him, though. You never know. I hope they keep him because...
Well, Skip Sheffield has said that he will be coming back soon. Mm-hmm. So we'll definitely have to be on the lookout for that. But, you know, like I said, you know, it comes at a bad time at her career, but it's very good for her because, you know, she wants to be a mom just like, you know, pretty much every other woman out there. So, you know,
it looks like they're setting up now a thing between her and the Bellas now.
Yeah.
Now they probably... are gonna throw away. Hey, I'm the. I mean, she's gonna probably be the mean one, but now she's gonna talk. Not, you know, I'm gonna come beat you up, not say anything, be the quiet type. Now she's gonna probably start talking.
Yeah, but it looks like they're probably just gonna have her just gone for the next year.
Yeah,
because
they don't want her back.
Because they don't want her to travel. They don't. You know, you don't want her to do the extensive traveling and stuff like that. You know, maybe for the first couple months or something like that, then it's okay if she makes an appearance, but you don't want her to do any strenuous exercising. You don't want her to, you know, travel that much and stuff like that because you don't want anything to happen. So I think that was sort of her farewell, beware whenever I make my return, you know, kind of thing. And the only thing I could think of was, oh man, they finally got something going with the Divas division.
And then this happens
and just throws a monkey wrench into the whole system.
Somebody likes stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, so it, you know, it makes you question, what are they going to do next for the Divas division?
Nothing.
I mean, do you see anything?
Hey, you know what? You know what my favorite match was? Alicia Fox versus Melina.
I mean, do you see maybe someone taking the spot that she was supposed to be, as far as like the dominant monster? Like, maybe
they already should. Well, the monster, I really don't know. You know, Beth Phoenix is not going to do that unless they bring in like someone that's big. I don't know.
Well, they were gonna do that for NXT, but certain photographs arrived, and we saw the end result of that.
What was it? Isis?
Yeah, one of that tall lady. But you know, I think the only way you can do it is maybe if you were to go that route, have Beth Phoenix step up and say, you know what, you know, Khamra was right, and well, not necessarily right, but I see where Khamra was going. I'm sick of all you girls dissing on me just because I'm muscular and bigger. I look good for my, you know, stuff like that. And so maybe she sort of takes the role of Khamra and starts going on a warpath.
See, they're not like using them at all. They don't like.
Because I mean, if the Bellas are the highlight of Raw,
because they're not using Gail Kim.
Yep.
And she's very talented.
Not using Gail Kim. They're not using Natalia. Melina, Beth Phoenix.
Like
Maurice. These are, just everyone.
That was the thing for the Divas, man. It was Khamra. Now it's gone.
And it's gone. And there's nothing that they can do to fix it right now.
I feel dead inside.
Oh, poor A-Bear. Empty.
Empty. A trash can.
Empty trash can. So, but interesting thing about what Khamra said while she was in the ring, she basically called out Jim Ross, saying, "Oh, Jim Ross said that I was too fat for whenever I tried out for Tough Enough." and there was sort of a backlash for it towards Jim Ross. But the way that Jim Ross explains it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because look, you know, the Divas obviously are sort of like the Barbie doll, cookie cutter or whatever shapes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they're obviously, that's sort of what they're looking for. And when he said that she was too big to be a diva, he meant it in the sense that that's not what she wants to be. That's not what she needs to be. She needs to be that dominant, monstrous woman, you know, whether she's nice or not. You know, that's the mold that she would have fit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I mean.
And if you noticed when she was talking, she says, I've always wanted to be a WWE superstar.
Yeah, she said superstar and not diva. That's right. So definitely.
Khamra is not a diva.
Yeah, you definitely have to listen to the words because she also mentioned wrestling. She wanted to be a wrestling master. So very interesting that she said that.
Dojo.
Yeah. So definitely interesting news on that one. But congratulations overall to Khamra. We hope that the pregnancy is an easy one, and best of luck to her. But moving on, getting ready for the main event of Raw, with John Cena walking through the hallways. Get to see the Internet Wrestling Champion Zack Ryder filming the Long Island story with Scott Stanford at the back of his head, and definitely gonna have to be on the lookout for the next episode. I think it's episode 16 coming up on him, something 17? Like that. Yeah, somewhere around there. Hey, we have more episodes than that, but we have many less hits. So we need to get on the ball.
I wish I was that popular as Zack Ryder.
That would be kind of fun.
People are like, push A Bear. Like, okay.
Yeah, dude. Where's the push the A Bear signs and stuff like that?
The A Bear over the cliff.
That's what we want to see. If anyone happens to be going to any kind of wrestling taping or something like that,
have a
let
sign.
us know and bring a sign or something that just says A Bear or something like that. WNS Podcast, WNS PC. Yeah, Tyler will hug you
if I can find you.
If he can find you, he will pay the money to fly out to give you a hug.
I will go fly out to San Antonio and hang out with Richard Morales for a week.
Then you might not have to pay for that. He'll probably pay for you to go and hang out there. What's
Thanks.
up, Richard?
Thanks, man.
How's it going? So, interesting to see that. I just think that's funny that the WWE kind of just puts him on there just to get the internet people flipping out. Oh my God, he's on Raw! Yay! Happiness! Yay!
Happiness.
So happy. In the main event, R-Truth versus John Cena, and
R-Truth wins.
R-Truth actually, he gets the win via countout.
Yes.
So kind of interesting to see.
Little Jimmy helped him.
Little Jimmy, that's right. Yeah. And after the match, R-Truth went back to Little Jimmy and Dad and threw the cup of water into his face.
Also, Eusta is a rooster from Brewster.
Dude, R-Truth's promos are just, so random.
You about to get got.
You about to get got. That was just... I mean, you kind of have to just look at him. You kind of look at him. I look at him like I look at you, Tyler. With the look of, where do you come from? Where is this coming from? In that mind of yours.
I guess that's why I'm loving this so much.
There you go. You can relate. You can relate to R-Truth and the promos that he's cutting. So, I mean, it's comical.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they gave him something to do. Because at the beginning of our podcast, we wanted him gone. We wanted him to at least get a different gimmick. We were tired of the what's up, and the little dancing and the rapping and stuff like that. It was getting old. It was getting stale. This is new. This is fresh. I like it.
Will set you free.
And that's it.
That's it.
I'm kind of wondering if they're actually going to give him some music or not. Maybe he'll just borrow the Usos theme because they sure aren't using it. So, just come out and, But I'm liking it. I'm liking this R-Truth heel turn.
And you'll see him walking down the ramp or whatever. He's just randomly, saying stuff.
Yeah, he's talking to himself.
They're giving the crazy thing. I like that.
Yeah, and they had a backstage segment with him whenever he was sort of just talking to himself. He's like, I'm not crazy. I'm not nutty.
I like whenever he saw the cups and he pushed over. He almost fell when he tried to push the cups.
I'm not thirsty. But Cena ended up losing via countout, getting counted to 10. And after Raw, they had a WWE.com exclusive video where after Raw went off the air, the Raw GM chime went off, or the iPod, Apple, whatever it is, the little chime went off. And the GM said that if R-Truth apologizes for his actions towards little Jimmy and his dad, then he gets a title shot at Capital Punishment. Which obviously that's going to happen, or at least I would hope that it would, because that's the whole reason R-Truth's kind of going on this psycho rampage.
Oh, why don't you tell everyone, there's a page now set up.
Yes.
There is
yeah, there you go. There's a page for little Jimmy and his dad. I think it's like Big Jimmy or something like that. It's
That's
like,
awesome.
It's like, I think it's Little Jimmy dash WWE Universe. So and you'll see a nice little picture of Jimmy.
So it's like the little Jimmy and Angry Miz Girl.
Absolutely. Go and be friends with them and check it out. So getting done with Raw, we have a nice little announcement. This is going to be a really short show, by the way. So, because, I mean, there's not really much to talk about until we get to Capital Punishment, I guess. They haven't,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we try and cover it. We zip through since we stay on topic. So, Tyler's got a nice little announcement going on for next week. It's going to be a little indie focus. Yes. So Tyler, go ahead and take it away with that one.
I was talking to
drink my delicious beverage.
One of the cool guys that was on the show before, indie wrestler Jay Wayne, and we're thinking about have a little in focus segment about starting next week. We're gonna have go through some indies of Texas and stuff, and talk about the organizations, some of the members who are in it, and just look forward to that. And maybe for the weeks after that, we'll do different states. So
yeah, so if it's sort of a big hit, then we'll start covering states.
And let us know what you think. So
yeah, definitely, because your feedback definitely lets us know what you do and do not want to hear. So we'll obviously focus on Texas first because we
are in Texas.
We live here.
I live in Arkansas.
Not so much, but if there are some indie wrestlers that you would like us to focus on, where you live, let us know so that way we can try and do a little bit of homework on it.
Tell us about them and what organizations and stuff like that. And we want to look them up and all that
Shameless
stuff.
plugs.
Yes,
that's what we'll try and do. So so definitely be on the lookout for that, as well as Jordan's big announcement.
Dun, dun, dun. We don't even know.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't know.
Like, that's all of his text message said. It said, hey, let the fans know that I have an announcement for the crew and for the fans. So
maybe he's going to explode on everyone.
Maybe he's pregnant.
Maybe he's pregnant. I got to take a year off from the WNS.
We'll have to see. Tuning in for next week. Going straight on in. We had a nice little poll. I don't know who started this poll. I forgot to check the name, but whoever did, thank you. There was a poll of, who was your favorite podcast to listen to? And, maybe it's just the people who voted for it happen to be friends with us or Ben or something like that. But we're currently in the lead as the top favorite. There was the O Show. There was Wrestling Radio. There was
Art of Wrestling with Colt Cabana.
Exactly. And about 30 others at least. So, and we happen to be in the lead at the time that I checked it last. So, for all of our listeners, thank you very much. We do appreciate your
next time I see y'all in public, I'm going to hug y'all.
He's going to give you something like a hug. He's going to give you a bear hug.
And crush you.
I wouldn't go for that. But, definitely thanks for the...
Thank you. We appreciate it, really.
Yeah. So moving on into our Q&A, your questions, our answers. The following questions come to us from our Facebook page. Go to WNS Podcast on Facebook. The first one's kind of a long one. It's coming from Trenton. He says, hey, guys, I have a request, but, it's sort of a longer one, saying, I'm graduating from 8th grade this Thursday. Yay! You could send me a little shout-out on this week's podcast. I'd appreciate it. So certainly congratulations to you. And
good job, man.
I don't want to use him as an example, but me growing up, we never had the 8th grade graduations or kindergarten graduations, and
so it's kind of, when I heard that, it's kind of new to me.
It kind of,
but it gets people motivated. Going to the next grade,
Yeah, I mean, to me, it sort of just takes away the little prestigious bit of it. Like the high school one is supposed to be,
or maybe they're just saying, hey, guess what? 8th grade's the last year you're in school.
There you go. But certainly, congratulations to that. Have fun in high school, a.k.a. hell, as some people have known to call it. Just be expecting to change friends every once in a while because,
Either you're gonna bully or people. No. We do not.
Be a star.
Be a
Tyler.
star. Be a shining star.
star.
Here at WNS, we do not encourage bullying.
That's right. Now go get me something to drink.
Oh,
I will hit you.
give me some water.
I'll get it later.
Okay.
But but yeah, definitely ask some of your older family members or something what high school is like, because half the people that I graduated with, I don't even talk to anymore. Like I know Tyler from high school, and that's
Something cool like that.
well, we didn't even start hanging out until after high school,
really,
so there you go. That's just one example of how high school can be. Your friends will come and go. Just take it in stride. Just take it a little easy.
Have fun with it.
But he also says he also has some questions for us. First one is, if you could choose any pro wrestler, excluding the ones we have already interviewed, who would you like to interview? He personally would like AJ Styles. And another one, any superstar past or present, dead or alive, who would you like to see the WWE title on?
Wow.
So we'll go first. Tyler, who would you like to interview?
Oh man, this is going to be like a multiple people. There's a lot of people.
Give us
CM Punk, Chris Jericho, Chris Hero, Colt Cabana. Man, that's just a few.
Just throwing a couple names out there. Yeah, I can definitely go.
Bryan
with that
Danielson.
one. Yeah, although no.
We met him.
Yeah, we met him, and so we didn't get to do like an interview, but that was still pretty cool. I would probably go with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd like to talk to Chris Jericho and CM Punk as well. But I mean, who knows? We'll have to go from there. I know Jordan would like to talk to Glacier and Gilbert.
Would you like to? He would like to talk to RoboCop.
And RoboCop, yeah, there we go. Shockmaster. so thank you for that particular question. The other question: who would you like to put the belt on?
Oh wow. Pastor. Let me see. Any pastor,
present, dead or alive?
Wow. That's a toughie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go with this guy that's on my shirt right now. Daniel Bryan.
There you go. Okay, Daniel Bryan. I would like to probably put it on someone who hasn't had the championship.
Jerry Lawler.
No, not Jerry Lawler. I'll give you two. One would be Roddy Piper.
Yes.
And the other one would be William Regal.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Those are the two that I would like to see the titles on that have never won the WWE title.
Would deserve it.
Yeah, I think those would be really good. So thank you for the question, Trenton. And
Thanks,
again, good luck in high school. You're probably going to need it.
Yeah.
I mean that in the nicest way possible, I promise. Going on into our next question, Prime Time, trying to go for the Undertaker streak, asking us lots of questions, hoping we'll answer them. Maybe next week we'll just be a douche and not answer it. No, I'm totally picking. We love our listeners. Thank you very much for the questions. Prime Time asks, if WWE and Impact Wrestling had a cross-promotion pay-per-view, what would your dream card of matchups be?
Oh, man.
And the tough thing about this is that you kind of have to throw tag division out of the window because WWE doesn't really have any tag teams. Unless you just threw a couple people together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's do like one singles match, one Divas match.
Okay.
Who would you like to see?
I really got to think about this. Do you know one off the bat? If you to go ahead.
Oh, let's just throw a superstar in there, and then we'll pick an opponent for him.
Okay.
We'll do AJ Styles.
Okay, AJ Styles for TNA and WWE. Let's I wouldn't say Bryan Danielson because they most likely versed before. AJ Styles, and let's go with Kofi
Kingston.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting to see. Okay, let's do Divas.
Divas.
Kind of tough to see.
Yeah. But like, because if you're gonna
or
pick
women's,
someone,
however you want
yeah,
to put
women, you want to pick someone who's never versed each other. You could say Mickey from TNA, but Mickey's probably versed a lot of people from there.
Yeah, you could
don't
say
want to
like,
say that.
just
so,
want to see Mickey James versus Beth
so
Phoenix
I
one more
would
time.
probably say Velvet or Gold Sky or Angelina, one of those, because I don't think they've been in WWE.
I don't think so.
Unless they've done dark matches. I don't know. So one of them, who would you go with? Or you can go with Madison.
Yeah, no.
Sir Junior Bolt.
That's okay. That's a tough one. I might have to skip out on this. We'll probably give an answer for the next week's show. I'm gonna do a cop out. We'll answer that for next week. Yeah. That way we can have a little bit more time to focus on it. So sorry about that, prime time. We'll get that for you at the.
Well, I just want to throw another match though.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I know he's the manager of what is this now? Explosion, whatever. Nigel McGuinness, aka Desmond Wolfe, versus Sheamus.
Nice. That would be a pretty good
Just
one.
not out there.
Very nice. Okay, so my bad, prime time. Please don't hate me. Moving on to Daniel, not me. The other Daniel.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. What is the biggest wrestling surprise you have seen?
I'll let you go first now.
Oh, don't put
Okay,
it on
I mean,
me.
there's been a lot of them in the past, but like right now, I cannot think of anything. Well, okay, there's one thing, and to other people, it's probably not gonna be that big, but okay. Do you remember when Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness left Ring of Honor and they were supposed to go to WWE?
Yes.
Well, all of a sudden you see on TNA Impact Desmond on there, like holy shit, I thought he's supposed to go to WWE, and then that's when that started the feud between. It was an awesome feud, Desmond Wolfe and Kurt Angle, but that was cool.
I would probably say for me, just because it really stands out. Whenever I was younger, because I was early teens, I think. Whenever Goldberg was on his winning streak and all that, I got to see the pay-per-view where he lost to Kevin Nash due to Scott Hall using the taser gun or cattle prod or whatever you want to call it. To me that was really shocking, just because I was like, oh my gosh, I thought Kevin Nash was going to lose. How can Goldberg win? Or how can Goldberg lose and stuff like that? So that, to me, that was one of the most surprising moments to me. Or at least one that really stands out, just because I was watching it. I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? I can't believe how that went down. So that personally for me is a very surprising moment. Moving on, Dylan would like to ask, who do you see WWE pushing in the next 2 to 3 years that are actually going to be stars with a personality, image, and talent?
Wow.
This is actually a really tough one.
Yeah, because, okay, well, I mean, we get the results for FCW and all that stuff through the internet. We don't live in Florida. We don't get to see that station,
we don't get to
all
follow
that
it that
stuff.
often.
So we try to, but I mean, they got a lot of stars that's coming up on that in that organization.
Yeah.
And hopefully WWE will use them right, but
yeah. It is tough to tell because you don't know who they're going to bring in as far as indie stars, FCW, and stuff like that. But as far as being in the WWE, I would probably say Cody Rhodes, getting a push, and hopefully Kofi Kingston.
yeah,
Dolph Ziggler could be one as well.
Dolph.
I was really hoping that Dolph Ziggler would have gotten a bigger push than he did whenever he had his little feud with Edge. I was really hoping they were going to continue that, but they kind of moved him back down to mid card.
Yeah.
But for me, those are probably 3 that I would really like to see given a big push in the next couple of years. But like we said, you just never know who they're going to bring up and bring in and stuff like that, because we don't get to watch FCW. We don't get to watch that many indie shows. Is there anyone you'd like to see be brought up?
I know a couple. Tyler Black, who's Seth Rollins, and him and Richie Steamboat. That's Ricky's son. Was it? It was indie star Alex Kozlov. I think his name is Peter Orloff or something right now. He's in FCW. They got the IRS man's son, not Husky Harris. His brother.
Yeah.
I think it's Bo Rotundo, or is it? Dude, I don't know.
That's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of them. But they got a lot of stars in there. Also, I haven't caught up with this, but if you remember, what's the dude from TNA? Something Creed.
Consequences.
Yeah, his name is Xavier Woods.
Yes.
In FCW.
So hopefully we'll see him coming up pretty soon as well.
And if you want a guy who's tall as a tree and say that he don't have a mustache when he actually does have a mustache and he has the best mustache of all,
I do not want to see him push. I do not want to see him push. What is wrong with you?
No, I'm just saying that.
God. Okay, but thank you, Dylan. To submit your questions on Facebook, go to WNS Podcast. However, we do have one from our YouTube account. YouTube. Anyways, WNS Video, altogether, no spaces. WNS Video. Go on to YouTube. Gumbo the Magnificent. Woo yeah!
I'm hungry.
He simply asks, which belt is more prestigious, the U.S. title or the Undisputed Internet Championship?
Undisputed Internet Champion, Zack Ryder.
Why is that?
Because you know it.
Woo, woo, woo.
No, U.S.?
Yeah, I guess, we'll take that as
Is that the U.S. title or the US title?
it's the us title.
Oh, okay.
The us, man. That's us. That's all us. Our title is the most
One
important.
title for two people.
One title. In a world of millions of wrestlers. Oh, yeah.
Get it up.
Get it up. You know you like it. To submit your questions.
Oh, you can say it like that.
I just want me to do the rest of the show like that. All 30 seconds of it.
Okay.
Okay. To submit your questions, go to YouTube and search WNS Video, or find us on Facebook by searching WNS Podcast. Also find us on WrestlingNewsSource.com. For the podcast crew, I am Daniel Herron.
And I'm Tyler A. Bear.
And we will see you all
Get it up.
next week.